Where in the world is wine from? In the last lesson, we watched a potted history of wine unfold before us. We saw how it began before history was even recorded, and has carried on being made and drunk right into the present day. From its ancient origins in China and the Middle East thousands of years ago, it has spread right across the globe. But where in the world is wine made today? Let's take a look at this map. As you can see, wine is made right around the globe, more in Europe where it has been made for the longest, but there are vines grown on every continent except Antarctica. But there is something else this map is telling us. Do you notice that the areas where wine is produced fit into two bands? These two bands represent the areas on our planet that in general have the best climate for growing grapes that are good for winemaking. Simply put, it is not too hot or too cold for vines within these bands. We'll see later that it gets a little more complicated than this, but if you want to plant some vines, looking for a spot within these two areas is a good place to start. So there we have the world's vineyards. All of the vineyards in the world amount to around 80,000 square kilometers of vines. Or in other words, all the vines in the planet could fit into the Czech Republic. Not all these vines are going to be used to make wine. Some are used for fresh table grapes, raisins, and grape juice, but the rest are used for wine. And it's quite a lot. Humans produce about 361 million bottles of wine a year from these grapes. But what are these millions and millions of wines? Red? White? Sparkling? Well, let's take a look. Out of all these bottles, just more than half are red wines. And out of those, the majority are going to be Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. And for white wines, Sauvignon Blanc and Chardonnay are out in front. So just by using these averages, you are more likely to sell a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Sauvignon Blanc or Chardonnay than any other. But the world of wine is a lot more complex than that. There are literally thousands of different types of grapes that will make thousands of different wines. And while many of them are small and obscure, there is still so much to learn to help you find the best wines for your guests. The journey we take into wine is a trip that must fly from country to country, bottle to bottle, trying to understand what makes all wines similar, but each one that little bit different. It's your job to take these lessons to the table and help your diners navigate this complex maze of flavor so that they order a bottle of wine that they will enjoy. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. And this course is going to help you get there.